If you think about it, we can't actually express this in one particular view. We have to do some special left joins, and when we do those left joins, our many-to-many relationship is actually going to change. We can't just simply list out all the categories. Well, we can list out all the categories that a particular post has, or we can list out any posts that match a subset of those categories or requires all of those categories. So we're going to be creating views in the next video where we actually look at all these variations. But for now, let's just try and do a normal left join. So I'm going to start by actually saying select star from post category. Notice we're starting with the post category table now, and I'm just going to call it PC. Left join post P on pc.postid equals p.id. So if I left join on one hand, then I'm getting the political postings, because if I do a select star from category post category, then I'll have the post ID and the category ID. Now if I keep going, I can actually do another left join. So I'm joining on one side of the cross table to the posts and on the other side of the cross table to the categories. So I can do a left join on category C on pc.categoryID equals c.id. Hit enter. And so now on one hand I'm getting the first I get the first table, then I get it glued to the content of the posts table, and then I get that glued to the authors table. Now why are we only getting two posts? The reason for that is that in our post category table we're only referring to that one post, and we're actually getting duplicates right now, which is a little confusing. So you can see that there isn't a two-dimensional way of displaying this kind of data. If I wanted to display all of the posts that had politics and international, then it would be a little different. It would be something closer to saying, okay, well, I would start by saying, okay, select star from, or actually select ID from category C, where c.name equals politics, or c.name equals international. So I would start there, and I would get politics. I misspelled that. So I would get the two IDs, right? So then I would have to take those two IDs, and I would have to do something like select post ID, where the category ID is 1 or 2. So I would have to do a join onto itself, which is a little confusing. But in the next video we're going to actually look at this, where we're basically grouping and selecting and making sure that we can do these more complex queries. But just so that you know, when you're dealing with one-to-many, or not with one-to-many, but when you're dealing with many-to-many, you're not going to be able to easily display the data without getting some duplicates lying around. So in this case I'm getting, a duplicate title for a political posting because I've got two category names for it. If I wanted to get all of the categories for political posting, then I would do something where I would just left join on one side. So I would probably start by saying select star from post, and I would get all the posts, and then I'd say, oh, okay, there's a political posting with an ID of 1. And then from there I would say, okay, select star from category, where ID is equal to, and then it would be, actually it'll be first, I'm sorry, I'm working through this in my head. Okay, first we would have to do select star from post category, where post ID equals 1, right? Now we're actually looking for the category IDs, right? So we would be select category ID from post category where post ID equals 1. And this will give us the category IDs associated with the post ID number 1. Then we would do something with the in parameter. So then I would say, okay, select categories, select star from category where ID in, and then I would actually take this select statement and paste it inside here, if that makes any sense. So basically what we're doing is we're saying, okay, I want you to select all of the categories where the ID is in another select statement, which is the category ID from post category where the post ID is equal to 1. So I'm just going to copy this into my little script text file here for a second so that we can work on this query together.